Bambi here with Creatively Bambi, and today I'm going to talk to you about 5 different ways that you can make your life a whole lot easier. These are habits that I have adopted over the years to just help me to make life more manageable, because life is absolute chaos. You've got kids, you've got after school activities, you've got laundry, you've got dinner, you got everything, right? And sometimes it just feels like a circus act. Cue the music, right? That's how I feel sometimes. But at the end of the day, we all do our best to get it all done. Sometimes we get it all done, sometimes we don't. But one thing's a guarantee, that next day is rolling around. So you got to get things managed. Well, I'm going to tell you a few habits that I've adopted that have made my life so much easier, and I stick with it and it makes a big difference. Tip number 1. When your kids get home from school, if you're with them when they get home from school, or when you walk in the door from home, if they're already home, first thing that has to happen is backpacks and lunch boxes have to be emptied. This is not your job to go through their backpack. And when they're little and in pre-K or whatever grade that they're in, you can open it up and it takes 60 seconds to say, okay, let's go through your backpack, and get them in that habit of as soon as they walk in the door, boom. Now you can go so far as to have an inbox if you have that somewhere convenient for them to put papers for you. My kids take their stuff out and they set it right there, because we all kind of get home and go straight to the table is kind of where ground zero is for us. So their backpacks get emptied right at the table, and their lunch boxes get emptied right at the table. I pack their lunches, but they know they have to empty their lunches. And if they don't empty their lunches, well, things might be a little questionable the next day as to whether or not you have a lunch ready to go for you. If it's every now and then that they forget to do it, not that big of a deal. But they empty their own lunch. They empty their own lunch boxes and they put those away, so I don't even have to touch them. And it's a lovely thing. They have a little ice pack that they have in there to keep their lunch cold. Put it in the freezer. That's what they do. Any dirty containers from your lunch goes in the sink. They know that's their job, that's their part. And as far as papers go that might be in their backpack for me to look at, like a field trip permission slip or something like that, I learned early on to fill it out right then and there. I don't wait to do it. I don't say, oh, I'll do it after dinner. It takes 3 minutes to fill out, and if I don't do it right then, I'll forget about it. And they might not be able to go on a field trip because mommy didn't fill out the form. So I always, always, always fill out those necessary forms, unless it's like a long form. But if it's just like sign and date and check a few boxes, I do it right then, put it back in their backpack, boom, it's gone. My next habit that I have that I've recently adopted thanks to other YouTube moms, Samantha from Happily a Housewife, Kimmy from She's in Her Apron, Jen from How Jen Does It. These moms all taught me how to meal plan, and I don't do it as, I'm not as thorough about it as they are. They're really good at it. They're really good. But I do kind of a loose meal plan. I probably will get more into it at some point, but for early on, I just do a basic meal plan, and it really has made a big difference for me, and just knowing how to grocery shop and what to feed my kids, and you know, this is what we're doing tonight, and I plan the meals according to whatever the activities are. So we won't be going through a drive-through as a direct result of that meal plan. It really does make a huge difference in my life and my kids' lives and my husband's life, and we just have it together as a result of the meal plan, and I love it. And everyone's fed, everybody's happy. We plan it based on, like if somebody has a practice after school, we might do a crock pot meal that night. If there's nothing after school, I can do a meal that might take a little longer. So, but during the week, no meal's taking any more than 45 minutes to cook. That ain't happening. Anyway, meal plan. Definite habit that has had such a huge impact on my life. Another tip that I have, another habit that I have is Sunday, I call it Sunday preps in my mind. That's what I call it. I just try to make sure that everything is kind of in place for the start of the week. Make sure lunch containers are where they need to be. Trash is out to start the week, so we don't have, you know, we're not starting out Monday morning with trash overflowing. I always like the floors to be clean on a Saturday or Sunday. So we're starting off the week with a clean and tidy, organized house. I make sure my desk is clean. I try to do that on Sunday just to make sure we're hitting the ground running come Monday morning and the rest of the week. It just makes things a lot easier. So Sunday preps. It doesn't have to be everything that's perfectly in line, but that definitely helps to get those little things in place. Something else that has really made my life so much easier, you have no idea. In my phone, my husband and I have Google Calendar. We use that thing like clockwork, and we use it for our work, we use it for our businesses, we use it for kids' appointments, we use it for games. I love it. We both have it. It's established to one email account that we both use, and it is a game changer. We have everything on there, and I love it. I highly recommend, if you have kids and working parents, Google Calendar, way to go. And the last tip I have, this is a habit that I have, and a lot of people might go against this one if you don't want your kids to eat in your car, but I recently started keeping snacks in my car. I keep them in a little container in the trunk of my car, and I love it. Love it. We're always on the go, and sometimes the kids just need a little something to nourish themselves, especially after school. I used to keep everything inside the house, and I had what was called a snack bag where I kept everything. And I've just recently moved on from that, and I keep everything in the car. Now when I leave the house, I grab my bag and my coat, my tea or my water, whatever it is I have, and it is so nice. I don't even think about snacks anymore. Sometimes I might grab a little something for myself. But in my little snack stash in the car, I have like fruit cups and like crackers and popcorn, goldfish, stuff like that. It is so nice not to have to carry out one more bag out the door, and I love it. Those are my habits. You can call them life habits. I would say more call them mom habits because it's more stuff that relates to like family and kids. But since I'm the one who pretty much handles the things for our family, I'm the one who's usually running the kids around the most, and I'm usually the one who's at the home base the most. So most of it falls on me, and those are my tips. So just try to adopt maybe one or two of them if it works for you. And if you have any other habits that you've started that are positive, put those in the comments below so we can share them and learn from each other. Learning from other moms is a game changer, right? Game changer. Okay, you want to learn some more stuff? How about car organization? Anyway, big help, right? You're going to love it. All the little tips how I keep my car organized. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up and click subscribe if you didn't do that already. Thanks for checking in with me today. I'll see you next time.